Okay, so today we'll start the session that is Git. Okay, regarding Linux and all, everything is covered. Whatever I taught you, that's more than enough. I think. Okay, regarding the interview purpose and all, that's fine. Okay, and today we'll start the Git. Okay, so I'll tell you in the very like I'll start from the very basic.
Okay.
Okay, so so I'll go in very basic, and then I'll give you today. I'll give you just the introduction part. Okay, so how the things going to work and like what actually why we do the Git. Okay,
Okay.
fine. Okay, so this is Git. Okay, now what will happen is now I'll go with the very basic one. This is nothing but like I'm creating the developers. Okay, so that it'll be clear to you what I'm doing.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So these are nothing but developer one, developer two, developer three, developer four, and this guy he might be working somewhere. These two they might be in like we can say probably India. Okay. You can say these two guys, and this is called probably US. Okay. Now what will happen is now see so if I'll go in the very basic, okay, this is the one. Okay, this is a scenario. You have four developers, okay, and you have one project, okay. Let's say this is the like we can call it like this kind of server right now, okay. Server and this server, and this we can call it central server, okay. This is the one center. No, okay. Now imagine this is the two developers are here, dev one, dev two. This is dev three, dev four, and okay. Now what will happen is now they okay your job role might come later. Your job role, the DevOps role, will come later in the picture, but then initially these are the guys which they will, if you remember, mm, this is in 20 uh, see. So this is if we'll talk about the very basic one, okay. If we'll talk about this one, see what will happen is plan, code, build, test, release, deploy, operation, monitor. Okay, this is one I told you in the very beginning of the class. Okay, now right now here we are. Okay, the code. Okay, this is the code where developer will write the code and they will push the code to build it. Build it. Hmm, okay, here you go. Okay. Okay, so this is the code, like the developer will like check in their code, they'll write the code and they'll try to build it, and then later on we'll come to know all these things stuff. So when we'll push the code and all the things, okay, there comes the role of DevOps. The DevOps engineer will play their role, but at the beginning, this Git is very important. The Git here it comes the testing team, the development team, they'll push the code. Okay, the very same way, this is what I have drawn. I've tried to explain the scenario to you. So developer one will push their code, okay, to the central repository. Could be central repository. This is somewhere on the remote, okay, on the remote server. This is on the remote server. So what happened? What's happening now? So dev one, dev two, dev three, dev four. So they are actually pushing their code. They what they're doing? They're actually pushing their code to the central server. So because if you understand what's happening over here, like you need one common place where all the developers will actually they can push their code. Imagine they are developing some kind of application, like Flipkart.com or could be Myntra.com. What they do is like they like I may write it here like some kind of you know web application. Okay. Now this is web application. Now what's happening? So these developers they're actually trying to create this web application, and this web application's code is on the central server because you there'll be four developers who are working on this project. Dev one, dev two, dev three, dev four. They are in a different time zone. Okay. So how they will write the code so that all the code will sync in. So you will be working on the Monday, and like you and another guy they're working on this thing. They are pushing their code and they're customizing the code. Now you guys just created the page, the kind of one web page. Imagine this just kind of one. This is one page. Okay, you guys developed. Okay, next day the Monday in their Monday morning, like in the US time, this Monday morning, what they're gonna do? They check this. Okay, this they have developed it. Now what they're gonna do? They check it. Okay, this code is fine. Okay, now they have to go further. So they will develop it. They will develop it further, and they'll write the next page. Okay, so they will write the next page. Okay, they will do their coding and all the stuff, and they will write the next page. That becomes two. They'll write the next page. So they wrote it and they developed it, okay, and they wrote it. Now this got synced, okay. Not this you have developed the front end. They have developed one more front end, which is now added together, and it becomes like the part of this project. The second page. Next day you come again and you will develop all the things, okay. So you create the third page. So you go to the third page. So in the very same way, it keeps on going on. But the point is, all those code where it will go. This will be on the some central server on this web application. This where it is running. So you guys are creating this web application, but this code, the developer one, developer two, developer three, developer four, they are actually pushing their code on this central server so that your code will be syncing and it keep on creating this software. So this one page, front page. If I tell you, Flipkart. No. Are you able to hear my voice? Hello?